has been a month. So, as you can see on the channel beforehand, our dogs got into some gum, and that was a very scary time, and I want to thank you all again because that was extremely kind of you, and you really didn't have to do that, and it was very nice of you. Thank you so much. But back to like regularly scheduled stuff. For the month of August, it is Greg from Over the Garden Wall that I will be making a cosplay of, and because it is August in Florida, that means it is Halloween time, so I am repping my Sanderson Sisters shirt with little stars and moons as the buttons. It's really cute and very difficult. So because I thought that we were going to be traveling, I went ahead and bought all of my material from Joann online. So I have the interfacing, I have a fat quarter because I'm going to make a little Peter Pan collar, because I already have white long sleeve shirts, I just don't have the actual Peter Pan collar, so that's what I'll be making with that. And then I have his green fabric for his actual overalls, and I'm just really excited to make this. I have never made overalls before, so I'm going to actually be using some of my cabbage stuff, which is usually torn up bed sheets. Thank you to Scotty, because she loves to dig into our bed. We have many a bed sheet here. And I was very lucky to figure out very early on in my sewing career, essentially, that if you go to Mood Society, M-O-O-D, Society, S-E-W-C-I-E-T-Y, I'm dyslexic, so what is spelling? That if you go there, that you can get free patterns. And the way to like give back essentially to them is to buy fabrics from them. So that'll, if I can find for my next one, which is Dipper, if I can find the fabric on Mood, I will absolutely be doing that. Usually they have a lot more like specialty fabrics though. They like designs and things, and for all of these, it's very plain. Like they didn't have this just plain green. I would have gotten the green if they had it, but they didn't. But yeah, so I was able to get a free pattern. I printed it out, and oh my god, it was massive. It took up my entire bed. And then I have all of the pieces here. Very loud paper. And I'm going to have it all. And I'm going to cut it all out. I'm going to do a mock-up first with some cabbage, and then we'll see from there. And I'm so excited for this journey. This is gonna be so much fun. Greg is one of my favorite characters, like, of all time. So yeah, let's get to it. All of the things that I'll be needing for Greg is this green fabric, this interfacing, the fat quarter for the Peter Pan collar. I will need a little bit of some string, which I think I can make either from cabbage or from the green fabric, whatever fills my fancy. And then also I will be making his little teapot on his head. There was this wonderful YouTuber, and I have forgotten her name, so I'll put it down right here, but she was making both Greg and Wirt, and she had this wonderful little idea to use essentially floral foam and have all these different floral foam pieces put together via hot glue and then spray painted to make it look like his teapot. So I will be doing that next week because this week is dedicated to his outfit. Voiceover Biz back in action. So I ironed everything and then I cut it all out, and as you can see, Gigi the cat is very much into everything that I am doing. So let's just watch him be a little chaos void together, shall we? Okay, so all of the pieces are now cut out, and I wrote down all the instructions so that I don't have to look on my phone because it's currently recording. I have all of the pieces here. I'm going to be pinning them according to the instructions, and then I'm going to be sewing. That's what happens, is that you sew after you cut out the pieces. So let's get into it. Here I am contemplating life
life and, you know, how a pattern actually works. So I was putting all of the pieces together, realized that I did it wrong, and then I had to redo it. There's a lot of me sitting there and just really trying to figure it all out. Because when it's flat pieces, it's really hard to think in 3D. But doesn't my Hocus Pocus shirt look like so amazing? I love the Sanderson sisters.
Hey! So it's been a few days, a few seconds for you, but a few days for me. The last thing that you saw was me cutting out my pattern for my mock-up. And here it is. It is ugly. Don't worry. It is a mock-up for a reason. And it is made out of cabbage, so of course it's not going to be pretty. And what I found out is that this top portion I did very well. It is functional in the way that it needs to be. Now the bottom part, unfortunately, did not give me enough poof. So what I did is that I altered the pattern back out. It was easier than printing off the whole pattern again. It was a lot. That was 46 pieces of paper. No, I'd much rather just use like 2 or 3 and just make it a little bigger. So what I'm going to do is add 3 inches here and 1.5 inches on this side, and the same thing for the back. Hopefully, well, it should be enough for me to get more poof. Because what happened by just having it one size essentially above mine is that it just gave me a little bit of some roundedness, but it didn't give me enough. So this should be enough fabric to do that. And if it doesn't give me the fullness of the poof, I'm going to add some maybe tooling or something. I will put something on the inside to protect my leg because I don't like the feeling of tulle. Anyway, so the next thing that I'm going to do is go ahead and cut my fabrics, my actual fabric, this beautiful, beautiful green that I got from Joanne. I know y'all have seen it, but it looks really good. And yeah, that'll be the next thing. And next I'll work on the Peter Pan collar, and then I'll be working on the teapot. So let's get going. So as I've been starting to place down all of my pieces onto the fabric itself, this is just for placement. This is not serious. I haven't ironed it, so it's obviously stuff is going to change. This is just so that I know if I have enough for if I mess up, I can do it again. And I'd say I'm pretty Gucci on that. Yep, I've got another, this almost looks like another yard or so worth of, no, this is definitely more than that. This is at least it's like 1.5 yards. Oh, I used to work at Joanne, so a yard is here on me. So that went across my arm and my torso. I know you can't see it because of this awkward angle, but hey, it's cute. I like this. This is fun. This means that I have enough that if I don't have enough poof for my booty, if I don't have enough poof for the pants, then I have enough fabric to either add on to what I've already got or to create a new one, which is really important to me personally because I know that I mess up a lot. And so to give myself that extra yardage, yes, it's a little bit more expensive. I mean, validly so, but it also is very helpful when I run into problems of not having enough for the first go round. So I'm going to iron out this beautiful, beautiful thing, place all the pieces, and then we'll get started on sewing. Yay! I know, these angles. I just really thought that this was going to capture a lot more than it did. It's funny because it'll just catch my fiance in their stream instead of me sewing. Oh, and it looks like the camera's about to fall. Hi there, please excuse the disheveledness, the rain, and the dog ticking. There is currently a hurricane going on. Idalia, she is gorgeous, I guess. I don't know. She's not making landfall over here, we're just getting outer bands. I, last night, made my pants. This is the front of the pants.
This is the back of the pants, and here are the legs. So that is very close to being done. I realized I made a little bit of a mistake when I was redoing the pattern, because there is this gap here, because in the pattern that I took from, it wanted buttons to close, so this part would go over this, and then you buttons. But I didn't want to do the buttons, so I took it off the back, but I forgot to take that part off the front, so like adding that little bit. Make pockets so that it can cover that space properly. I also made the front. I made a little bit of a mistake because I sewed it not thinking about the fact that I have to stick the straps into it. So I'll have to seam rip in between these two is what I've determined, or these two spots. And then I can stick the straps into it and re-sew that spot. Yeah, I gave myself a little to-do list for today, which is iron all the pieces, seam rip, obviously that spot, insert the straps, make pockets, insert pockets, and sew the front to the front. And hopefully also sew up the middle part, and then get the basting stitch done for the pants so that they can actually balloon out. I think there's plenty of fabric now. It's going to be very good. But yeah, that's where I'm at so far. And oh look, there's my little Greg right there. He's very cute. But that's where I'm at so far. And there's a hurricane, so I have time to just be here. So this will hopefully get done today. Crossing our fingers. And we're back. I have everything to make Greg's teapot from that wonderful, lovely YouTuber whose name I really will put right here. I also got some cording for his bolo tie because I completed the little Peter Pan collar, and I also fully completed the overalls, of which they look very nice, and I have 2 very large pockets, so it will be amazing. And now let's get to making Greg's teapot hat.
First of all, this is a lot harder than it looks. I make it look easy. That other YouTuber made it look absolutely so easy, but it is hard cutting through foam. Also, safety first, please wear gloves. Please make sure that you are taking good care of yourself while you are doing things with sharp implements. I know I had an X-Acto knife and a box cutter so that I could get everything cut. So make sure you're taking care of yourself.
I know that this is super late. We had quite a rough month, but it's okay because I got this done. My overalls look amazing. The only thing that I would change is I think I would make the Peter Pan collar just a little bigger so that it actually comes together in the middle like it's supposed to. And I'm thinking about wearing these overalls like in real life. They got pockets. They're cute, they go up, I can also wear them down, and that's like less poofy but more fun. I don't know. I loved doing this, and this was super fun and very eye-opening for me, especially in my roots of I did do a lot of sewing in college and everything, and it's true, it's very important to iron every single piece. It's very important to iron every single seam. It's very important to iron everything, because I don't think these would look as good if I didn't. But I'm really excited. I am a little sad that it fits on my head, but like if I were to, it comes off, which is fine. It just means that I have to put something on top, on bottom. The bottom of it that touches the top of my head, that is the top of the teapot, so that it attaches to either my wig, or if I'm going to wear my hair down, kind of like it is now, then it'll do that, and it'll look fine, kind of deal, and it won't move. Because right now it's like, huh? That. And This came out a little worse than what I was expecting it to, but also I was not expecting the air dry clay to, I don't know what's the word, but it like didn't work the way that I thought it was going to. And then of course my spray painting job is never good. I really need to learn how to actually spray paint things instead of just going at things. But yeah, this is Greg. Let me hike up my pantaloons again. But here is Greg. He's very cute. I love him a lot. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so sorry that this is late yet again, but hey, I've got a better plan for this next month, which is Dipper Pines. I really only have to make his vest, in which it's a puffer vest. So I'm hoping that I can really take what I've learned on Greg and on Kiki and apply it to Dipper. And that is Greg. He is all done, and if you really enjoyed this video, which I hope you did, please like and subscribe. It really does help out the channel. And yeah, I hope you have a fantastic day, and please stay safe, and I love you. Bye! Really?
Why are you in my sewing stuff? Why are you in my sewing stuff, huh? Huh, Creamy? What you doing with my sewing stuff? Could you leave my sewing stuff alone now? No? Okay. All right.
Can you tell I used to be a pageant queen? I did all of that without losing my hat, and then I lost it. It's fine.